As the Camino and Cat campaign continue, we meet a new friend and my mom tries baggage transport for the first time. Today we passed vineyards, lakes, and snail trees, aka Italian cypress, before we even left Logroño.
Day 8, we're leaving Logroño. It is 7:30 in the morning. We've been walking for about 10 minutes. Yesterday we slack packed to the edge of town and took a taxi back to where we're staying. So we took a taxi back to that exact spot this morning. I think we probably saved ourselves 4 or 5 kilometers by doing that. And we were fresh at the time, so it made sense. It's a long walk today. And at this time in the morning, we are cold. I don't think that'll last, but I'm practically shivering. I'm so cold, so I'm ready to walk uphill. Warm up.
Me too.
So this morning we've walked almost 2.7 kilometers from the edge of Logroño, and we're still in a park, the Parque de la Najera. And here's the water for Logroño. They've obviously dammed a river here. It's pretty. This is where we're gonna walk.
Look at that pretty white duck.
So sweet, the little sounds. You be nice, white duck. Hey guys. This park is just beautiful. We're not getting through it. We're just spending forever in here because the park is so pretty. So through here the path is like packed dirt. So it's really, really, really good. Packed dirt with no added rocks. Haven't seen that in a while. We're just walking along listening to the different bird songs. So we're 4.7 outside of the city of Logroño, and these are our first vineyards of the day. I think we're going to go up over that in the distance. So in front of us there, that's Navarette. That's where we're walking to. Gonna have second breakfast there, we hope. It's Sunday morning, so we're hoping something's open. Because we know there's nothing after that for the rest of the day, and the rest of the day is long. We've walked right now 7.5. That's probably gonna be at least 1 more K before we're there. More and more vineyards. There's a big winery there, Don Jacobo. Vineyards on both sides. Walking towards Navarette. This is a structural reconstruction of what it would have looked like. So the ruins of an old pilgrim hospital. In front of the winery. That pilgrim hospital back there was from the 13th century. So that is over 800 years old, so we can see why it's in ruins now. Don Jacobo, Rioja. That's what they're making right there. And it says that pilgrims can stop here, but I think we're going to keep going. We are in Navarette. The entrance to Navarette, the last 5 kilometers, were not scenic walking. You know, the Camino goes from one side of the country to the other, and you gotta walk past all of it. So we all show on our videos the beauty, but there's plenty that's not. You just put your head down and crank it out, because that's what it takes to get to the good stuff. That little bitty kid up there learning to walk. She's taking, just like she just took a step. She's just standing there. I saw her take a step a minute ago. Look, see? Now she's gonna sit back down, just thinking about it. This is the Church of Navarette. You can see there's two bases for the towers, but only one tower. Often the plan was to build two, and they'd have the money to build one. So they'd do it, thinking that when they had the money to build the second one, they would. That never happened, so they just have flat spot. There's a pilgrim that's walked over 100 miles this week, and that is ready for some food. We see an open cafe over there, so we're going to go get some food. We're in the back of the church in Navarette. So we're still cruising up to the top of Navarette. The church in Navarette was amazing.
A lot of gold.
A lot of gold. Must like that thing at night. But they were having a service, but they had it really well set up. Pilgrims could go in and look and say a quick prayer in the back. In fact, I think I read that this was the entrance to a really old church, and the town had repurposed it as the entrance to their cemetery. Very neat. We see a town up ahead. We weren't expecting anything till Najera, which was at least 16, maybe 17 from Navarette, but there's something up there. Maybe there's just not a bar in it. Or we're not going through it. That town over there is Ventosa. If we wanted to go there, we'd have to take a detour. I think it's about 1 kilometer off trail, so that would be 2 extras on a long day. So we're not going to. We have walked about 6 kilometers since Navarette. Our understanding is it's a little over 16 from there to Najera, which is where we're stopping for the night, and that there are no cafes or anything really between the two. The weather today is nice. There's a gentle breeze, and while it's only noon, it just does not feel as hot as some of the other days. The sun is just as powerful. Very little cloud cover, but it is not as hot. And the path today has had good footing. It's basically been a pretty easy walk today so far. Sign says 593 to Santiago. We've kind of noticed that seems to be a lot of variation in how far each spot is from Santiago. So we're really not sure, but at this point it hardly matters. Molly found us a table in the shade. Great job. Out here sitting at a picnic table in the shade, surrounded by vineyards. So not a bad way to be living life right now. We're sitting in the shade. There's a breeze. We're practically cold right now. We're looking at, behind Molly you see a vineyard, an old church, and some mountains. Extremely hard to beat. We just climbed up to the top of a hill. We're kind of climbing over just a series of little, I mean, even calling them mountains wouldn't be fair, but they're big for hills anyway. And every time we get up there, we see a great view, and then there's always another one in the distance, which is fine actually because they're not that big and they break the monotony of the trail. And we now learn from those guys back there that they go through and pull off all the vines at the bottom. We're eating cherries, seeing who can spit the pits further, and it's really no competition. I've about tripled Molly.
You did not. I had that one.
Mine's all the way out there.
Double.
Okay, double Molly, excuse me. Oh my God.
You just fell out.
You ready for mine? Another great performance by me from a sitting position. All right, let's see yours. Oh, she spends 15 minutes cleaning it and then it falls out of her mouth. Triple, quadruple maybe. We have definitely entered the historical section of Najera.
We would definitely stay in tonight's hostel again.
We're having dinner on this miniature table here. We're not sure where our food's gonna go. Every other table is full, so here we are. There's almost nothing open at Sunday evening. Everything's closed in Spain. We were lucky to find this place. Looks good. We are in Najera, and we hear there's flowers in the river. Oh yeah, sure enough. Look at that. This side may be even prettier than the other side. So Najera is limited in its expansion in that direction by cliffs. You can track our progress through 8 days of walking on the blue line in the upper right corner of this map.
After another long day, we were ready to collapse by the time we reached Najera. We enjoyed a huge dinner on a tiny table, and despite our bursting stomachs, there was still room for ice cream. The red rock cliffs around Najera remind us of Utah, and though they were beautiful to look at, we certainly don't want to scale them. The flower display in Najera surprised us, but I've never seen such a perfect flower arrangement. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.